Welcome to the debate. Today we are diving straight into the heart of London's high-end flexible office market. We're examining a really compelling strategic conflict. Does a company maximize its value by prioritizing, superior infrastructure and community, or by investing in historical corporate prestige and, financial prudence?
Exactly. I mean, this is really a debate about the true cost of doing business in a premium location. We're looking at how these differing feature sets, the addresses, the pricing models, how they all define what strategic business value even means right now.
So our central question, and this is drawn directly from the material we're analyzing, is this. Does the superior value proposition lie with the comprehensive, community-focused hub in King's Cross, which is advertised at £850 per calendar month at NW12SD, or does it lie with the prestigious, character-filled, and frankly, remarkably cost-efficient boutique office in Mayfair, priced significantly lower at £600 a month in W1J5PA?
And I'll be arguing that the Mayfair listing delivers a stronger overall value. I think it successfully marries that established corporate image and, immediate market signaling with some undeniable financial advantages and a remarkably low barrier to entry.
Conversely, I'm going to argue that the King's Cross location offers a strategic, sort of future-facing proposition. Its value is rooted not just in the monthly rent, but in, unparalleled national connectivity and a robust, modern set of amenities specifically engineered for scalable company growth and for fostering a durable internal culture.
Well, I come at it from a slightly different way. We have to look at the bottom line first. When you analyze the Mayfair listing on Queen Street, the sheer economics are just, they're compelling. That £600 price point establishes a superior financial baseline, right from the off. This location, W1J5PA, it's situated near Berkeley Square and Green Park Station. It's inherently prestigious, and crucially, it is available for £250 less than the King's Cross option.
That's a massive saving, I absolutely agree, but let's look at what that $850 is actually buying you in King's Cross. It's not just four walls, it reflects a full-spectrum, future-proofed business environment. My key evidence really lies in the sheer flexibility on offer. This hub is specifically designed for companies at all stages of maturity. They have options from pay-as-you-go desks for, nomadic workers, hot desking, all the way up to dedicated desks and, most importantly, fully customizable private offices. That optionality is an investment in minimizing future operational friction.
But the Mayfair listing addresses friction immediately. It specifies fully fitted office space on all-inclusive flexible terms. You walk in, the IT is set up, the furniture is there, and you are immediately operating in a prime postcode. The financial and operational advantages are significant. Not only is the rent lower, but the terms explicitly state no deposit required. This dramatically lowers the capital barrier to entry. You retain working capital.
You retain capital, yes, but you sacrifice the infrastructure for culture and growth. The unique value adds at King's Cross, the Monday breakfasts, the organized events, the roof terrace, these aren't just luxuries. They are tools for culture integration and for employee retention. For venture-backed scale-ups or even for SMEs looking for serious expansion, the availability of a bespoke private space where the on-site team manages your branding and your amenities, that allows you to truly bring your brand to life. This integrated managed ecosystem, that is the core value proposition justifying the price.
I hear the argument about culture, but for many client-facing firms, the Mayfair proposition, with its impressive Victorian building and retained original period features, it offers an immediate, high-end presentation suitable for crucial client interaction. The essentials are covered: super-fast broadband, meeting rooms, a manned reception, all within the financial comfort of £600 a month. It offers professional utility without sort of mandating participation in a highly social ecosystem.
And that brings us squarely to our first point of contention then. Cost justification. The Mayfair space is premium, there's no question. But what quantifiable strategic requirements do the King's Cross amenities actually fulfill that justifies that, a 41% higher advertised price point? It's a massive jump.
It is indeed. And my challenge is that King's Cross seems to bundle these lifestyle features, the events, the community management, into a mandatory higher cost, regardless of whether a stable small firm actually utilizes them. We know the Mayfair location provides the professional requirements instantly. You get prestige and utility without paying for what I would almost term workplace theater.
See, I frame the £850 as an investment in cultural infrastructure and true scalability, which directly impacts a company's P&L through talent retention and reduced churn. Consider attrition. If the roof terrace and social events reduce employee turnover by just a few percentage points annually, that cost saving in recruitment and training far outweighs the £250 monthly premium. Mayfair offers a high-quality, static office solution, a beautifully tailored suite. King's Cross offers a dynamic operating system, the ability to evolve, to grow, to contract, and to outsource culture management without ever needing to relocate.
That's a sophisticated argument, linking amenities to HR cost savings. I'll grant you that. However, for a business whose primary objective is signaling stability and high standards to the market, let's say private equity or a high-end luxury brand, the financial prudence of the Mayfair location is equally strategic. You are retaining £3,000 in working capital annually per desk, compared to King's Cross. Furthermore, that explicit no-deposit clause significantly mitigates operational risk. It removes a major upfront liquidity drain, allowing that money to be invested directly into operations or product development, a critical advantage for small businesses and solopreneurs.
That retained capital is valuable, I agree, but it assumes the King's Cross location isn't providing a return on its higher costs through connectivity. Let's address the strategic location difference: connectivity versus corporate image.
Please do.
The King's Cross location, NW1 2SD, is, well, it's arguably the best connected hub in the entire UK. Being 1 minute from King's Cross, St. Pancras, means access not only to London's tube network, but to the whole of the UK via National Rail and even Europe via Eurostar. This makes it optimal for businesses with national operations, regional teams, or those prioritizing minimizing employee commuting stress and maximizing their talent catchment area. It is described as an energized hub of activity for a reason. It sits at the nexus of transport, tech, and research.
I'm not convinced that national access connectivity is the defining value proposition for the premium London flexible office user. Many high-value firms, particularly in finance, legal services, or luxury goods, they rely almost entirely on client-facing interactions within the capital. For them, a Mayfair address, W1J5PA, near Berkeley Square, is irreplaceable market signaling. It communicates established credibility and tradition instantaneously. The historic setting of that Victorian building is the brand. It functions as a powerful, nonverbal endorsement that an employee lounge simply cannot replicate.
But that Mayfair prestige is essentially static. King's Cross is demonstrably the modern business hub. It signals dynamism and future growth, attracting a different, often younger and more tech-focused talent pool. So while Mayfair signals heritage, King's Cross signals innovation. For businesses in rapidly evolving sectors, fintech for example, the talent pool attracted by King's Cross is surely worth the premium.
And for businesses where client perception defines success, the Mayfair image is the non-negotiable asset. This brings us to the feature set philosophy. Is it about community building versus pure professional presentation?
Well, the Mayfair model provides maximum professional utility with minimal hassle. Fully furnished, IT and telephony ready, a manned reception, breakout areas. It's clear, efficient, and professional.
Exactly. It delivers clarity and efficiency. The all-inclusive flexible terms and that no-deposit term suggest a provider focused on immediate, high-quality professional operations with low friction. It's a clean transactional space.
But that clarity comes at the cost of the cultural components that modern employees expect. I maintain the King's Cross amenities, the roof terrace, the events, the lounge memberships, are essential strategic tools. They are crucial for recruitment, especially when you're competing for talent in London. These features don't just provide a distraction, they create a managed ecosystem that fosters innovation and organic networking among the resident entrepreneurs and SMEs. The King's Cross management team is selling an active community membership,
a managed ecosystem that costs £250 more per month. And I would argue that an internal community is secondary to external credibility for many firms. Is the ability to outsource your cultural events truly a powerful competitive advantage, or is it a luxury that obscures the fact that Mayfair is delivering an equally high-end presentation, a manned reception, period features at a lower, safer cost profile? If a client visits your Mayfair office, the Victorian elegance is a statement. If they visit King's Cross, they might be impressed by the roof terrace, but they might also question the cost efficiency.
The question of cost efficiency, though, it hinges on long-term growth. If you are a scaling business, the ability to transition from a co-working desk to a full managed, branded private office within the same building with the same connectivity and the same cultural support is strategically priceless. You avoid the cost and the massive disruption of moving. Mayfair is a beautiful, static solution built for the present. King's Cross is a fully configurable infrastructure built for the future. The price reflects that long-term strategic support and optionality.
And I maintain that the long-term financial value, coupled with the immediate and undeniable prestige of the Mayfair location, provides a superior return on investment for companies prioritizing image and financial security. When capital preservation and market perception are your highest priorities, the combination of a W1J5PA address and a no-deposit term is frankly unbeatable.
But if your performance is driven by talent acquisition and retention, the integrated cultural and infrastructural support offered by King's Cross ensures your employees stay, connect, and thrive, driving performance that arguably outweighs that £250 monthly difference when you measure it across an entire team. So, to summarize my position, the King's Cross model is clearly built for the modern dynamic business that demands strategic optionality, national connectivity, and a culture supported by tangible community amenities. The higher price, really, it reflects an investment in a highly supportive, scalable infrastructure.
And I maintain that the Mayfair option provides an unmatched balance. It offers high-end corporate presentation, that impressive Victorian building, and prime 1J5PA location, combined with sound financial terms, specifically the £600 price point and the critical no deposit term. This offers superior value for businesses whose immediate priorities are corporate image, presentation, and low operational friction.
The source material perfectly reveals two equally valid, expertly managed approaches to flexible working. It's a classic tension, isn't it? Between investing in internal culture and infrastructure versus maximizing external market signaling and financial prudence.
Absolutely. The choice between the energized hub in King's Cross and the boutique style of Mayfair demonstrates that the optimal flexible office solution depends entirely on a company's strategic maturity and its financial philosophy. I think further analysis of the implied target markets for each location would certainly illuminate who benefits most from that £250 monthly difference.
Indeed. Thank you for joining us for The Debate.